Here's how to register details of a new sample in the CMS system. With this method, you won't need to fill out the registration card that comes with the sample kit. You'll enter the details and print a barcoded card instead. When you've logged into My Komatsu, go to the Condition Monitoring Services menu and hit Sample Registration. Find the machine you're sampling by first selecting the customer. You might only have access to one, but depending on your corporate structure or role, it could be more. Then select the site the unit belongs to and pick the unit from the Unit drop-down. That pre-fills most of the unit information for you. Take a moment to check it's all correct. To add a new unit, still select the customer and site where you want to add it, then hit New Unit. The fields will be blank, so you'll enter them manually, but it'll all be there next time. Enter the current unit hours, the previous reading is there for reference, and the sample date. Select the component you're sampling, or slide here if you're doing them all. For a new component, just choose the fluid type here, and it will be waiting for you further down when you get there. Now click Calculate Fluid and Component to update the fluid and component hours based on the unit hours you entered. Each sample has details of the component it's taken from, the component details, and of the fluid itself. In component details, component name is mandatory. The location, fluid capacity, make, model and serial number of the component are additional info that may be useful to you and to the CMS team. They'll be pre-filled if you've used them before and carry over if you add new information now. If you've previously entered component hours, it'll have updated in line with unit hours you entered. But what if you've changed the component? Tick the Component Changed box here. Enter the unit hours when the component was changed and the date it happened. Current component hours is now calculated to show only the hours since it was changed. Now move to the actual fluid details. If previous samples included fluid hours info, that field will have updated from your current machine hours. If there's been an oil or fluid change, tick here and enter the unit hours when that happened. Fluid hours will recalculate for you. You can enter fluid hours by just typing them in. Have you topped up since last sample? Enter the amount here and tick here if you've changed the filter. Fluid make, type and grade info is not mandatory but can help the CMS team with their analysis. There is also a field for you to type relevant notes. Take a moment to review what you've entered before scrolling to the next sample. Use the Remove button if you've selected a component that you no longer want to sample. Any new component you've added earlier will be waiting at the bottom of the sample list. You'll need to give it a name and enter any component and fluid hours and info for the first time. Once you've reviewed all the details are correct, click Print Registration Card. Your cards will download as a PDF, ready for you to print and include with each sample. Print the registration card, include it with a fluid sample and send it to Komatsu for testing.